It's 2 in the morning. The city is asleep, the house is quiet, and the only thing making any noise is the frantic hum of your own mind. You're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, replaying conversations from 3 years ago, dissecting that weird look your boss gave you, and pre-planning every possible outcome for a meeting that's still 2 weeks away. Sound familiar? Welcome to the Overthinkers Club, where our meetings are held nightly, attendance is mandatory, and the only item on the agenda is, well, everything. Why does our brain decide that the perfect time for a mental marathon is when we should be recharging? It's like having a hyperactive toddler for a brain who just drank 3 espresso. 1 minute you're thinking about what to have for breakfast, and the next you're spiraling into a detailed analysis of your entire life's trajectory, complete with flowcharts and a list of potential regrets. The silence of the night acts like a megaphone for our anxieties, amplifying every tiny worry until it feels like a monumental crisis. Let's break down the usual suspects of late-night overthinking. First up, we have the what-if scenarios. What if I hadn't said that thing in 2012? What if I'd taken that other job? What if that pigeon I saw this morning was trying to send me a message? It's a rabbit hole of alternate realities, where you read the star of a never-ending choose-your-own-adventure story. Except you can't choose. You just worry about all the paths not taken. It's exhausting, isn't it? Our minds become time machines, but they're stuck in reverse, constantly revisiting the past without the power to change a single thing. Then there's the to-do list monster. This isn't just about remembering to buy milk. Oh no. This is the Mount Everest of to-do lists. It includes finishing that project, calling your mom, finally learning to play the guitar, solving world hunger, and figuring out the meaning of life, all before sunrise. Each task feels urgent, and the pressure builds until your bed feels less like a sanctuary and more like a launch pad for a mission you were completely unprepared for. Your mind is like a browser with 100 tabs open, all playing different videos at once, and you can't find the one that's making all the noise. And let's not forget the social replay feature. Your brain becomes a supercomputer dedicated to analyzing every social interaction you've ever had. That joke you made at a party 5 years ago that didn't land. Your brain has it on a loop, complete with slow-motion replays of everyone's bewildered faces. That slightly awkward silence during a phone call. Your mind is currently writing a doctoral thesis on its deeper meaning. It convinces you that everyone else is at home, perfectly well-adjusted, while you're the only one who says weird things and uses the wrong emoji. Spoiler alert. You're not. We're all a little weird. So, here we are, caught in this mental whirlwind, feeling alone in the darkness. It's important to remember that this is a shared human experience. Our brains are wired for problem solving, but sometimes they go into overdrive when there's no real problem to solve. The quiet of the night removes the distractions of the day, leaving us alone with our thoughts. But what if we could change our relationship with these late-night sessions? What if, instead of fighting them, we could learn to navigate them? One of the most powerful things you can do is to simply acknowledge the thoughts without judgment. Imagine your thoughts are like clouds passing in the sky. You can notice them, observe their shape and size, but you don't have to get on board and fly away with them. Just say to yourself, there's that worry about work again. Or hello, old friend, regret from high school. By labeling them, you create a little bit of distance. You're not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. This simple shift in perspective can be incredibly freeing. You stop being a participant in the mental drama and become an audience member instead. Another technique is the brain dump. Keep a notebook by your bed. When the thoughts start racing, turn on a small lamp and write them all down. Every single one. Don't worry about grammar or making sense. Just get it all out of your head and onto the paper. The act of writing can feel like transferring the weight from your mind to the page. Once it's written down, you can tell your brain, okay, it's captured. We don't need to keep circling it. We can deal with this tomorrow. This gives your mind permission to let go, at least for a little while. Breathing is your secret weapon. When we're anxious, our breathing becomes shallow and quick. By consciously slowing it down, we send a signal to our nervous system that everything is okay. Try the 4-7-8 technique. Breathe in through your nose for a count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 7, and then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 8. Repeat this a few times. Feel your body start to relax. Focus only on the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. It is a simple anchor that can pull you out of the storm of your thoughts and back into the present moment. Let's also talk about creating a wind-down routine. Our brains love predictability. An hour before bed, start signaling that it's time to sleep. This means dimming the lights, putting away screens, yes. The endless scrolling is a major culprit. Doing something calming. Read a book, listen to some soft music, or do some gentle stretching. This creates a buffer zone between the chaos of the day and the restfulness of the night. You're essentially training your brain. Just like you'd train a puppy, you're teaching it that this sequence of events means it's time to switch off and relax. Sometimes, the overthinking is a sign of something deeper. If you find that these racing thoughts are persistently stealing your peace and impacting your daily life, it might be helpful to talk to someone. A friend, a family member, or a mental health professional can offer new perspectives and coping strategies. There is incredible strength in asking for help. You don't have to navigate these dark nights alone. There are people who care and resources available to guide you toward calmer waters. Remember, taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. Think about this moment, the moment when you've been wrestling with your thoughts for hours, and then something shifts. Maybe you sit up and look out the window. You see the moon, the quiet street, a single car passing by. In that moment, you realize the world outside your head is still there, peaceful and vast. Your problems, which felt so enormous in the echo chamber of your mind, suddenly seem a little smaller in the context of the wide, sleeping world. It's a moment of clarity, a breath of fresh air for your suffocating mind. You realize that these thoughts are just thoughts. They don't define you, and they don't control you. And then, a faint light appears on the horizon. The first blush of dawn. It's a quiet promise. A new day is beginning. The night, with all its worries and anxieties, is coming to an end. The sunrise doesn't magically solve all your problems, but it represents a fresh start. A clean slate. The things you worried about all night can be tackled with a new energy in the light of day, where they often seem much more manageable. The night is for resting, and the day is for doing. The sunrise is the beautiful transition between the two. So, the next time you find yourself awake at 3 a.m., caught in a mental spin cycle, be kind to yourself. Remember that you're not alone in this. Try to observe your thoughts instead of battling them. Write them down. Breathe deeply, and know that just like every night, this one too will pass. The sun will rise, bringing with it the light, the warmth, and the opportunity to begin again. You survived the night. You're stronger than your thoughts. Now, go and have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me on this late night journey. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. And for more content on navigating the ups and downs of our minds, don't forget to like and subscribe. You're part of a community here. Until next time, be well and sleep peacefully.